Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the July 25th, 2022 CTT session with Liz Cross and Todd Ronan. Liz, would you like to tell people how they can get a hold of you now that the chips are falling where they may?
That's so funny. Yes, so I have a new site, everyone, and it's bigger and better than before, and it's going to be psychiclizcross.com. It's still under construction. It should be finished in the next day or so. You can find me there. You can find me on Patreon/remote viewing and beyond. We have a new YouTube channel, which is Psychic Liz Cross. So find us on YouTube. And that's about it for me. You can email me, psychiclizcross@gmail.com. And I get a lot of questions about teaching. Okay. A lot of questions. Will you teach me? Will you, can I be your understudy? Can I this? Can I that? Okay. I'm not a teacher, but you're all very fortunate that Ronan here is a teacher. And Ronan is one of the best RV teachers that is out there. Okay, Ronan is teaching stuff that they don't even teach in RV world anymore. And you've also added some mixed modality or some modifications in your class as well. So for those of you that are interested in learning remote viewing, because Liz, I'm so sorry, I am not a teacher. Okay, I'm not organized. I don't have that kind of time. But Ronan is. Ronan, how do they get in touch with you?
That's a great question. Thank you. Yeah, I also teach a temporal awareness perception remote viewing course. You can contact me at remoteviewit@gmail.com. The course is 24 hours. It goes over 6 weeks, and there's a lot of question and answers during it. It's live Tuesday, Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m., but it's also recorded on YouTube. So if those times for Central Standard Time don't work for you, you can watch it the next day. And we've got some people overseas that say, I want it in the afternoon. I can't do that in the afternoon yet, hopefully in the fall. But every quarter I throw the class up and make sure that people that have taken the course can take it again. There are a couple slots left, but it starts tomorrow night. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com reality forecast, where I offer practice targets for seasoned remote viewers and professionals. If you want to take a look at that, you can, because there's no place for people to get great targets and then talk about them as remote viewers. There are a lot of target pools out there, but no real way to communicate with the other viewers. So that's the kind of the method of my Patreon, in that when you practice, you can't just take a remote viewing course and do nothing. I want to be there for you next month, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, a year from now on that Patreon to give you practice targets week after week after week. And then a couple times a month, we get together for a Zoom call. We do a reveal of the targets and we talk about it. We talk about your sessions and how you can get better. So it's sort of an evolving course that I've offered after my course. People that haven't taken my remote viewing course can also join if they're remote viewers, but check it out, patreon.com reality forecast and remoteviewit@gmail.com. Thanks.
Excellent. I mean, I've read through your training materials and I have to say it's very well put together. So congratulations on that, because 90% of the battle is being organized. And when you're trying to do, database scientific data, you have to be super organized. I get a lot of questions about that. The questions that I get are, Liz, do you have a spreadsheet on all of your predictions? Well, no, not anymore. Craig used to keep that. Okay. Sometimes, but no, not anymore. Why? Because I put out so many predictions, so much content. I do not have the time, unfortunately, for some, to go back, listen to all my videos, because I never remember what I tell people. That's just the beauty of being a medium. You can't hold all that information in your head all the time. You just can't. You're the messenger. It goes in and it goes out. Okay. So I would have to literally go back through all my videos and database everything, and then have to check and recheck and check again. Now, maybe in the future, I will have an assistant that will be able to do that, but the databasing is not easy. And Lynn Buchanan is one of the best databasers around, isn't he, Ronan? And I mean,
Yeah, he is. And
he's
Lynn,
phenomenal.
we send love out to you. I know he's a bit frail right now, so we hope that he continues to be around with us for another few years. But I saw him at IRVA just a couple days ago, and someone I know saw him at IRVA. I didn't see him, and anyway, I also probably remember 80% of the remote viewing targets I've done, and I've calculated somewhere between 4,500 and 5,200 sessions. So I remember that data and remember conversations that I've had day in, day out.
That's great.
So I should listen to your videos and then tell everybody what you said, but that would take a lot more effort. But
it takes a lot of time, and I'm going to tell you guys, this Mr. Shakespeare, whoa, okay. The amount of information, I mean, I have to stop him. I'm like, okay, I'm tired now because he's like, oh, I got another 10 people lined up here. And I'm going, oh, I can't do that today. I'm tired. I'm burned out. But, you know, because it is tiring just channeling and remote viewing. It's very tiring the way I do it. So, but the amount of information he's got for us to put out, and he's very, very knowledgeable in the crypto world. He's been in cryptos for years and years and years, and he does listen to lots of information. He studies lots of different people. So, I mean, you know, the amount of stuff we're now putting out, I mean, he's highly intelligent. I'm just so grateful for him. And I think you guys are too, because the amount of information that's coming out now is real quality stuff. I mean, it was quality before. Sorry.
I've read some of his plays.
Yeah. He's so funny. But you know, the stuff that we're putting out now, and the way he questions me, it's not sitting around trying to think of the next question. He's like, bam, 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 one question after the other, right? On one individual. He's just constantly questioning me. So the volume of information has certainly increased, and he's here to stay, thank God. Because I like him. I've known him for a while. He's a really great person. We get along very well. So, you know, the volume has increased exponentially. So to try to database all of that, maybe he is. That's something I can ask. But to try to database all of that information and check and recheck and see, you know, what's true, what's not true. But I like his style and what he's doing. If you guys want to, you know, draw a conclusion, he's looking for consistency. So instead of probing like Jerome Powell and another just Jerome Powell, what does Jerome Powell think's going to happen? He's taking a big load of people asking very similar questions, but sort of catered to their expertise. And then we're all coming up with the same answer. So these people are still putting out the crypto market's down. There hasn't been a reverse on the interest rates. The Fed's not printing any more money. You know, the economy is really bad. There's a problem with oil and gas. You know, there's so many consistencies. The euro is still below the dollar. That's very important. And the way he's drawing those lines together and drawing those predictions together, it's like the money is being filtered back into the US. And from what I can understand. So that's as far as my knowledge goes. I try to keep as far away from the news and all of that as possible. But obviously people send me articles all the time. But anyway,
without further ado,
that aside,
start the CTT session now.
Let's start the CTT. So let's go for let's just go for the optimum.
Dr. Mo asked for the highest intuition.
Okay.
Increasing my highest intuition. I haven't seen the others yet, so we can do that.
Dr. Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Optimum is good. And by the way, your intuition has increased. You don't think it has, but it has. Okay. And that's something that the CTT can do. There was a guy that did 30 rapid fire sessions with George. and he was remote viewing better than, according to George, better than anybody on the planet after 30 rapid fire sessions. He did sessions like 2 or 3 sessions a day for 2 or 3 sessions a day for 30 days. And he was reading like notice boards across the other side of the country. Okay, so let's open. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
So people will be tapping bilaterally from your left. Your left hand will be on your right shoulder and your right hand will be on your left shoulder as you repeat after me. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
As well as. Easy access.
Easy access.
To all the information and connections we need.
To all the information and connections that we need.
For this session.
For this session.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. Spirit's giving me awakening. Okay. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, let's go for the optimum. I got awakening, but let's see what else we get through. All right, there's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The optimum for whatever we need.
The optimum for whatever we need individually.
Individually to make our lives better.
To make our lives better.
Optimum alignment.
Optimum alignment.
Optimum enlightenment.
Optimum enlightenment.
Optimum intuition.
Optimum intuition.
Optimum decision making.
Optimum decision making.
Optimum awakening.
Optimum awakening.
And the opening of our third eye.
And the opening of our third eye.
And heart chakras.
And heart chakras.
Yeah. That part of the rest of us now.
Part of our being is willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Spirit sending in a load of information. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, so why did I say heart chakra? There's a reason for that. So if you're a medium, you're getting your information through your third eye, okay? That's where you channel. If you're a psychic, you're getting information through the heart, chest, and throat area, okay? So I wanted to make sure that we hit both of those. So if there is somebody with a medium potential, we're going to prize open that third eye. And with the psychic potential, we're going to hit that heart and throat. It's just the way you receive different information. So for me, I'm channeling information, but at the same time, I'm also getting information psychically. So really, I mean, I'm getting a lot of information, and sometimes it's really hard to control the flow of that information. Now that's where remote viewing comes in, because remote viewing controls the flow of information, or you're just being bombarded. Isn't that right, Ronan?
Yeah, you have to know how to parse it and where it comes from and how it comes through, what the medium is. Not that you process it through your heart, and so you're perceiving things through your heart chakra.
Right. That's if you're psychic. So if you're a medium, you're processing through the third eye. Okay. And if you're both a psychic medium, you're getting information from both. Listen, I know people that are psychic that are not mediums, and I know mediums that have no psychic abilities at all. In fact, I was using the CTT and I started opening up their psychic ability. Unfortunately, we couldn't continue because COVID and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, and I've also used the CTT, and this is going into what I posted on the Patreon and in the Discord. Okay. Those black magic entity attachments, they're severe. And this is why I always warn people against automated writing, inviting spirits into your body. I mean, look, if people are comfortable with that, then that's fine. That's up to them. But you have to put in this caution, which is when you're inviting spirits to come in and take over, okay? They can present themselves as a, something good and positive, but then they might like to stay for a while. Okay. And you can't get rid of them. I actually had to do a lot of CTT sessions for a medium that had a black magic entity attachment from inviting a spirit in to do automated writing. Okay. He didn't know. He was just, trying to improve his ability, and he was in a class, and the class was in, okay, now you're going to have the spirit step into your body. I don't like that because it's dangerous. And I've been in a class where the spirit steps into your body. And I'll tell you right now, I was very uncomfortable with that. And I quickly said, no, this isn't for me. And I pushed the spirit out. So I just want you all to be mindful if you're watching videos, you're doing meditations, or, because this stuff is like a minefield. And if you don't know it, you're not going to understand it. And, anything that tells you to invite a spirit to come over the top of you, to come into your body, okay, no, you need to stay away from that. Just Liz says stay away. Okay, so I got
Maureen's
a lot.
feeling dizzy, and P says they have some anxiety and a shaking feeling in their chest.
A shaking feeling in their chest. Okay, that's because what's happened is when we went for manifesting the optimum, we're 100% energetic beings. Okay. So in order to manifest the optimum, you have to have an energy exchange. So you've had to, your body is naturally now pushing out bad energy, and it often gets stuck in the heart, the chest area, the throat area. It feels tight, right? Or shaky. That's because your body says, yeah, I definitely want to manifest this optimum, but I can't until I do an energy exchange. So let's tap on that. So now we're going to let go and heal. All right. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Anger.
Anger.
Frustration.
This frustration.
I don't feel special.
I don't feel special.
I don't feel loved.
I don't feel love.
I don't feel wanted.
I don't feel wanted.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Sadness.
Sadness. Sorrow.
Sorrow. Yes, somebody's got a broken heart today. A broken heart, pain, emotional pain. Yeah, goodness me. What else are you picking up on, Ronan?
Earlier, I got the imagery of like a dolphin coming up from water. So just feeling overwhelmed and overworked.
Overwhelmed and overworked. We're all working really hard and feel like we're going nowhere. We're just on the hamster wheel.
Treading water. Yeah.
Yeah, treading water. Very good. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
Ooh, there's a lot of fear cropping up here. So let's take a deep breath. Fear that I can no longer change. Ooh, okay. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Just a reminder, if you start the tapping, you will need to finish it, okay? You must finish what you start. If you don't, you're going to be walking around with energetic holes in you, and those energy holes can be filled with dark and negativity. So don't do that. Okay, just make sure you finish. A lot of fear that I'm too set in my ways. I'm too much of a creature of habit. I can't change. What did you get?
When you said, make sure you don't leave it, I got, when a task is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be thy labor big or small, do it well or not at all. So stick around, finish the CT.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I've never heard that before. So, but a lot of us, we start tasks and we don't finish them. Okay, so that's something as well. We start things and then it becomes hard. And so we abandon the task because, oh my God, this is too hard. Instead of embracing the task, we don't follow through. Okay, this is why I'm feeling the heartbreak. Somebody's cousin passed away a few days ago. He was only 48. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because I feel like somebody's got a broken heart. It's yeah. Okay, so let's go for all of those things. All right. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I cannot complete tasks.
I cannot complete my tasks.
They're too hard.
They're too hard.
Too difficult.
Too difficult.
I set the bar too high.
I procrastinate and set the bar too high.
Yeah. I procrastinate. Yeah. I'm scared.
I am scared.
What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Fear of change.
Fear of change.
Fear that I cannot change.
Fear that I cannot change.
I'm too set in my ways.
I am too set in my ways.
I like comfort.
I like the comfort.
And the humdrum.
And humdrum blah.
Humdrum blah. And I feel unfulfilled.
I feel unfulfilled.
Because I'm reluctant to change.
Because I'm reluctant to accept and make change.
To accept and make change. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And we're letting go of the fact that we will not accept change. That's huge. We want things to get better, but we're not willing to accept change. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Yeah, that we all want change in our, like, we all want things to be better. We want them to be better, but we want it now, and we want it to be instant, and we don't want to have to go through the process. We just want it, right? And those are all blocks. Those are blockages. We want this, but we dictating to the universe how something is going to go. That is a blockage right there. So you could say, okay, universe, I need a new job, but I want this type of job, and this is what I want, and this is where I want it, and this is what I'm willing to accept, and this is how much I want to be paid, and this is this, and this is that, and this is this, and this is that. It's the same with a relationship. Although I do think that when you're looking for a partner, you do have to have standards, right? But when you're dictating to the universe how you want your life to be, because the universe knows, right? The universe knows what your life is going to be. Your plan is already out there. And when you're saying I'm going to have this, and I don't want anything unless it comes to me in this way, right? Guess what? You've just cut yourself off. That's a huge blockage right there. And you're not willing to accept what the universe has to hand to you. You know, the old adage of, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's true. It really is true. But you're blocking all that out, right? You're blocking it all. That's what I'm getting very strongly here. So let's tap on that. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I dictate to the universe.
All what to the universe?
I dictate to the universe.
Oh, that I dictate to the universe.
Exactly how my life will be.
Exactly how my life will be.
And I don't want any other information.
And I want no other information.
Or opportunities.
Or opportunity.
Unless it is exactly how I fantasize it to be.
Unless it is exactly how I fantasize it to be.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Now, with that one, I felt an immense shift. Okay, I feel lighter, I feel better. And I'm asking our spirit team to take that energy, transmute it into white light energy, good karma back into the universe, and we will accept what the universe has in store for our highest good. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, that was a liftoff right there. Did you guys feel that? That was huge. I felt that very strongly. Yeah, it just went boom. I don't know why when you verbalize these things and you're tapping, well, the tapping increases the vibrational energy and the intention. So the universe, it's like the universe, it's like we're sending a suction cup up into the universe, and it's like, oh yes, thank you, I'll take that, and all the energy associated with it. So that is a huge problem. The fact that, I'm going to be a millionaire, right? And I'm going to make it through, Bitcoin, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And this is how it's going to be. And you're dictating minute details. And think about the amount of time and energy you're spending on fantasy thinking. Okay. Because that came through in a CTT session very strongly, how dangerous fantasy thinking is. It's hugely dangerous, right? Because it's so far removed from reality. I mean, as children, we used to, stare out the window and we'd have these fantasies of, whatever, making good grades or being number one in the class or, being popular or being a singer or whatever. And that's fine if you're a child. But as we're getting into adulthood and we're still locked into that fantasy thinking, right? And we're spending time on that, it becomes dangerous. And I'll tell you how it becomes dangerous. Addict behaviors, okay? And I think I've said this before, as I've worked on so many addicts with the CTT, the very start of that addiction cycle is the fantasy thinking. I'm just fantasizing what vodka tastes like, or bourbon, or whatever your drink of choice is, or your drug of choice. I can taste it. And you're starting to get lost in this fantasy, right? And then that fantasy fuels compulsive behavior. Okay. So when that fantasy thinking kicks in, now you can't stop, right? You got to keep going all the way around the circle. And you have to cut it off at the fantasy thinking. Sex addicts, and I know this is going out on YouTube, but sex addicts get caught up in this fantasy thinking. Drug addicts get caught up in these fantasy thinking. Gamblers, oh my God, gamblers. They fantasize them pulling the lever down of the slot machine, or their horse coming in, or whatever it is that they're playing, right? And that's where they get their, that's when the brain gets locked.
You've
right
just
there.
successfully described advertising. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. They know this, right? They know this. It's like food is chemically engineered to make us addicted to it. Processed food. Why is it, what is it, the potato chip where one pop and you can't stop? Well, yeah, no wonder, because it's all been chemically engineered to make you that way, right? They've got to sell that crap food. Okay. All of that stuff. They have research studies where they put chemical concoctions together in the food, and they study which is the most addictive recipe. Okay. Yeah, they do. Listen, I've worked in research for 12 years now. I work in medical research. I don't work in that, but I've read the research journals, because obviously we have to keep abreast of what's going on. And there's, where I work, there's a lot of research going on. So there are departments that find out which is the most addictive, and they start out with mice. Okay. The mice become extremely addicted to this certain type of like hamburger or French fry or processed food. And then they move it to human trials, and they figure out which is the most addictive. They have, everything hooked up to your brain, and what sends the excitotoxins off in the brain, right? They know that.
Let's move ourselves into a higher vibration where those pulleys or those magnets cannot attract to us, and we're not attracted to them.
Well, we can do that. Yes, let's do that. And let's also pull ourselves out of this unrealistic fantasy thinking. Okay. So let's do it in a way that we're going to manifest. So let's manifest clear thought in reality. Let's do that. And then Ronan, you add whatever you want. All right. And if any of you have other things that you want to add, then feel free to verbalize it when we're going through the tapping. Nothing's stopping you there, as long as it's for your highest good and it's white light and all of that. So if you want to do health or optimum health for somebody else or anything like that. Okay. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Letting go of fantasy thinking.
Letting go of fantasy thinking.
Compulsive decision making.
Compulsive decision making.
And what else? We want to manifest what else?
Manifest optimum intuition.
Optimum intuition.
Manifest a higher vibrational frequency.
A higher vibrational frequency. I love that one.
And the ability to make correct decisions for our optimum good.
And the ability to make our correct decisions for our optimum and highest good. Yes,
And
I
the
love all
ability
of
to
that.
and the ability to turn away from those who do not contribute to our highest good.
And the ability to turn away from those who do not contribute to our highest good. And our self-love.
And our own self-love.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our being are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. That feels good, everybody. That feels good. I think we've hit the jackpot. Not that we're gamblers. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
That feels great. Okay, let's close. And then we'll answer questions. All right. Let's close. I'm trying to remember what the closing is. Good grief. I have been up since 3:45. All right. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Self-love.
Self-love.
And optimum third eye awakening.
And optimum third eye awakening.
In all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
In all of those wonderful spaces that we just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. Big yawn, cough, stretch, all of those things release energy. Okay. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right. And just once again, if you're interested in taking a remote viewing course, those of you listening on YouTube today, go ahead and contact Ronan at remoteviewit@gmail.com. You can find me on Patreon, Patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. You can email me at psychiclizcross@gmail.com. And again, I don't know where you find this recording, but if you haven't found it on the YouTube channel, it's Psychic Liz Cross on YouTube. Ronan, your Patreon reality forecast, is that correct?
Yeah, if you want to do some practice remote viewing targets, you can check it out. Just send me a comment there. There's fun things to do and free stuff to post too. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to close the recording and then we're going to take some questions.
Thank you. And don't forget, Coast to Coast, Thursday or Friday night. You need to look it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, check it out. I posted the link, but I know it seems like I always miss it by a day. So if it says it's Friday open lines, I don't know if that's Thursday night or Friday night. I never
right, because it's just so late. So yeah, so don't forget, CTT will be going on Coast to Coast, whether it is George, the creator of CTT, or if it's me, but it will be going on Coast to Coast. So if you want to learn all about the CTT and how it came about, then please listen to Coast to Coast. Thank you very much.
We're going to take some questions.